Alright everybody, so as promised, I finally got my Spectre custom binds back from the Bindery yesterday, and we're going to do a little bit of an overview here. So Mr. David Banks from Singlebound Studios did the design, and Houchen Bindery did the actual binding. Now, the only thing that is of my recommendation or request or what have you on this is the connecting spines. I said I really wanted to do connecting spines on these two volumes, and that I wanted them to be this picture. It's actually one of the covers from the Spectre. What issue was that? 36 maybe? I really don't recall. But it's one of the issues from the 30s. It's a cover of one of the Spectre issues, and I thought it would make a really cool connecting spine, as you can see why. So this turned out absolutely beautiful. This connecting spine is phenomenal. It looks so good on the shelf too. It's just absolutely freaking amazing. So we have volume 1 right here. So there's the graphic cover there for volume 1. Once again, David Banks designed all of this. I asked for the black beginning and end sheets, just because, well, the white would have looked weird, so we went with black, which is just absolutely gorgeous and really helps set it off. We kept all of the covers, obviously, and then we took out all of the double ads, so there is still a lot of single ads in here, just because if you took those out, well, you're going to be removing a lot of the story. But we did take out all of the double ads as well. See, there's some, like, the single ads. And as you can see, and the thing I like about the ads is I do feel like it kind of adds a little bit of nostalgia to your book as well, which is something that I really enjoy, especially if you were reading these books, back in the 90s when this was written. It definitely adds a lot of nostalgia and whatnot to it. But as you can see, gutter loss and everything else looks really, really good in this. They did an amazing job as far as the binding goes. There's absolutely, hardly zero gutter loss. And you still have all the covers. It opens very, very, very nicely. It's just an absolutely amazing book. So then this one, I had the green and white headbands and tailbands put on. And then you can also see I had a green ribbon marker put on there. I'm a sucker for ribbon markers, so we had that done. And then also, it's kind of hard to tell, but these are super smooth. I had the edges and everything all rounded, trimmed and rounded, so that it's a nice flush finish with every page. Because as you know, not every issue is going to be cut exactly the same. So then we have the Spectre Volume 2. Now, I did this in a 2-volume bind. They recommend 3 volumes because it is kind of a meaty, hefty thing. But per my budget, I didn't want to go 3 volumes. So I opted for 2. And it still turned out really, really well. But be prepared if you ever try to bind this series. Apparently, it's a very popular series to bind. The Spectre is just one of my favorite heroes. If you do go to bind it, they probably will recommend at least 3 volumes just because it is kind of meaty. So once again, and then the back cover for Volume 1. Sorry about that. There's the back cover for Volume 1. Now, I did not do table of contents in these, just because I personally don't ever read the table of contents in a book. They do make it look a little bit classier, though, in hindsight, but yeah. So the only other design request that I had was the initial cover that he chose for this. I opted and asked if he would go with this cover instead. This is a classic Bernie Wrightson cover. And so I kind of wanted to pay homage to Bernie Wrightson. And the thing that's actually kind of cool, unfortunately, you don't get to see it on this. But on this tombstone here on the original cover, it actually says Wrightson right here. That was kind of how he marked his name on that cover. So unfortunately it didn't make it, but it is still a really cool Bernie Wrightson homage cover. I wanted to pay him some respect, so I asked for this for the cover of Volume 2. And then once again, the black end pages, everything is rounded. We removed all double ads. which removing the double ads did help make it so that I could fit all of these into 2 volumes. Otherwise, it most definitely wouldn't have worked. But yeah, so there that is. Once again, The Amazing Spines. These are probably the most gorgeous books on my shelves. When you're looking at them spine-wise, I'm so beyond excited. And then there's the back of Volume 2. Now, the thing that I will say that I really like about this one is that this matches this so much better. I really like that, how he has kind of the graveyard in both. So yeah, and then once again, the green headbands, tailbands, and the green ribbon marker as well. So there you have it, folks. The Spectre Volumes 1 and 2, custom binds by Single Bound Studios and Houchen Bindery. Check them out. They do amazing, amazing work. I'm beyond excited about this. Yeah, and I'm actually local to David Banks, which was also pretty cool because David actually, instead of having these mailed out to me and shipped to me like they would normally do, I was actually able to go to David's office and pick them up, and me and David actually got to sit there and talk for 5 or 10 minutes and kind of geek out over this. And he also, he's a true geek of his craft. Like you can tell he really loves what he does, and so he immediately pulled the books out and held the spines together and was just sitting there and talking to me about everything. And yeah, so it was a really kind of cool experience to be able to geek out with David as well and discuss his work and things. So there you have it, folks. The Spectre Custom Bind Volumes 1 and 2. I finally got them, and I'm beyond stoked. So, yeah, be sure to check us out, 4 Guys in a Comic, every Saturday. Like, subscribe, and share. Till then, the power is yours.